We're gonna take a detour from the electric truck today. I was feeling inspired to do a little car camping build using my daily driver, which is my first gen Honda CR-V. It's a 1998. Some of you guys might have seen me on TikTok and Instagram doing maintenance on it. I love the thing, it's cheap. We go car camping in it a lot, but I want a little bit more room and the ability to be a little bit more organized when we're out car camping. So my plan is essentially to build a little sleeping platform with some drawers under it and maybe a few different storage compartments. I try to make it as cheap as I can, hopefully under $100, we'll see. And I gotta get it done this weekend. It's currently Saturday, about 1 p.m. Let's get started by taking some measurements, I guess. I'm not a big believer in the idea that you have to buy like a Sprinter van or like some big cargo van and build it out with all these bells and whistles. I mean, if you have the money and you want to do that, I think that's great. But for me, I think it's best to just do something simple, as we'll only be here for a day or two at a time. So my plan is basically build a sleeping platform, then build some drawers for it, and I think I'm going to do something with the tailgate for like a pull down sort of cooking counter space. And if I have time and materials left over, I'll try to build like a little pull-out kitchenette. So we'll see how that goes. Let's start by taking some measurements for the sleeping platform. One thing I want to be careful about is the amount of space that I have when I'm driving. So these are the seats in the driving position. I usually have mine all the way back. That doesn't leave too much room for sleeping. I mean, if you are maybe 5'6" and under, you could sleep here. And right now we only have about 61 inches of length. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build the platforms themselves to be 59 inches long, and then have a part that folds out that's about a foot. So when I move these seats forward, and I'm 9 inches off the ground, I can essentially use, I'm 6'1", so I need at least 6'1" or 6'2" of space. And we have plenty. This will go all the way to, it looks like 80 inches. And I think in order to make the sleeping platform easier to take in and out, I'm gonna do probably 3 foot by 4 foot section with 4 feet. And then I'll do another 48 inch wide. And then this one will be hinged so that it can fold up while we're driving. And then I'll have that hinged part be 16 inches. And then we'll call that probably 24 inches for the second one. And then we'll have feet here, and then 2 feet on the folding part. So I need a hinge here and here, so 2 hinges. That's 1 sheet of plywood. Let's see, we have 10 feet, so, and those will be 8-inch 2x4s, and then a bunch of screws, and we'll also have little latches to lock those two together. So this should be all I need for the sleeping platform, and then there will be a drawer right here and right here about. And I'm just gonna make those drawers from offcuts from the plywood. One of the things I really love about this car is that you can find them for $2,000. They can go just about anywhere. They're all-wheel drive, and it's just very practical. You have a decent amount of trunk space as it is, but then when you put these seats down, you have 7 feet clear up to the driver's seat. And you can really fit a lot of stuff in here. It's been very reliable for me so far, and I just think it's great if you can't afford the route of a full van setup, which you know, if you're a van lifer or you're going out car camping for a few days every week, then I definitely think it's worth it. But for the weekend warrior like me, who's just going out for a day or two every few weeks, I think it's a great buy. So now I have my measurements and everything planned out. I'm gonna go to the store, get maybe a sheet or a sheet and a half of plywood and some latches to lock the two pieces together. And after that, I'll get to cutting. Note that you cannot fit a 4x8 sheet good in a first gen CRV without cutting it. Alright, so the first piece I'm going to cut is a 3-foot piece. Made myself a little track here so I can cut in a straight line across. I need a bigger garage. So what I'm doing here is I'm just marking 16 from the edge. This will be the piece that can hinge and fold back down for when I'm driving versus when we're sleeping. And then the width of the circular saw. The blade is 1.5 inches from the end. So then I mark 1.5 inches from the 16, and that's where I set the track. I'm just gonna take all that 2x4. I'm gonna cut, let's see, 10 7-inch lengths, and those will be the legs for all the platforms so it can raise it up off the carpet in the car. So these are gonna be my 2 hinged pieces. And what I'm gonna do first is on the back side, I'm gonna put one of these supports here and here, and then 4 here. And then I can lay it on the ground and then install the hinges here and here. Alright, so I got all the legs on and I'm thinking this is how it's gonna look in the car. We got this separate 36-inch piece here, and then the 24 and the 16. These two will be latched together, and then this will be hinged so that this can fold like that when not in use, and then I can flip it down when it's time to sleep. Now I used 15-30 seconds plywood with the understanding that I probably have to add some bracing across here to prevent sagging. So what I'm gonna do now is just add a little strip 3/4 inch across here, and that'll help a little bit with the sagging under weight. There is no more flex in this board. Just trying to take some of the load off the hinges here. Let's do some test fitting, yeah? Let's start with the rear piece. Okay, so now it's in the driving position, so my seat's all the way back. The hinge down. Oh, okay. So here's something. Just need to notch off a little bit of the corners here, it looks like. Alright, it's a new day, and I think that my next order of business is to build these drawers. I'm not a fine cabinet maker. I have all my pieces cut out. These are going to be 12 inches wide by 12 inches deep. That looks alright to me. Looks like it'll hold things. Drawers. Now I gotta mount these things. I think they're a little bit long for my application, but that's fine. Just gotta figure out. I've never built drawers before, so this stationary part obviously mounts to, whatever I don't know what you call it, substrate. But then this sliding portion. So this rail I'll mount to my drawer. Let's just do it. See, these screws are just temporary so that I could get it up like this. Screw everything into place. Actually, you can drill some pilot holes so I don't just split this stuff right away. All right, it's a new day. We got our platform in the back. Don't mind all the stuff that's for work. Got a couple of drawers, space for the camping chairs to go under there and under there. The Coleman stove fits under there. And then we have our little counter space here. Hopefully the next time you guys see me, I'll be sitting by a mountain or a lake or something and cooking up a nice meal. We'll see.